I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out, from Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
To go to the 12th round, that's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show. You know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics?
I hope not. I hope not, because the people.
He's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he's not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time, it started hitting me like, all right, man, maybe he's on to something. You know, and then I started sizing him up, and I'm like, all right, well, Canelo 5'7". You know, my arm's longer.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez had a tense run-in at Harry Reid International Airport in Las Vegas, the new host city for their highly anticipated fight on September 13th. The two were supposed to meet near the venue for a press conference to promote the bout, but things took a turn at the airport. When they crossed paths, tensions quickly escalated, and their teams got into a heated exchange.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
As the two teams spotted each other, they started shouting their fighters' names and moving closer, which quickly led to a confrontation. Both Crawford and Canelo stepped in, trying to break things up and push their teams apart. In the chaos, the fighters themselves nearly got into it, but with so much tension and distraction around them, they ended up backing off. Eventually, they each walked away and headed to the press conference.
Great show, you know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics?
I hope not. I hope not, because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then wait till do it.
At the press conference, former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford, who hails from Omaha, Nebraska, spoke with confidence. He made it clear he believes he'll come out on top. "I'm definitely going to beat him," Crawford said. "Fighters usually go in scared when they face Canelo, but not me. I'm coming in focused, ready to do my job, and walk out with the win. I respect him, he's a great fighter. But he's never gone up against someone like me. He might be the bigger guy, but that doesn't make him better."
It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'd be a well-fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody.
Crawford's bold comments didn't just make headlines, they clearly got under Canelo Alvarez's skin. Before the interviewer could even shift the focus to him, Canelo cut in, clearly annoyed by what Crawford had said. "Why would you say you're better than me?" Canelo fired back. "Who have you fought? What's your record? What have you done that I haven't already done? You're not better than GGG or any of the top guys I've beaten."
Fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit.
Canelo didn't stop there. He brought up Jermall Charlo, a former opponent who moved up in weight to fight him and lost. "You won't do anything different from what Charlo did," Canelo said. "I'll handle you the same way. I'm going to teach you what real boxing is, and remind you why weight classes matter. My hands might be the last ones to send you into retirement." After that intense exchange, the fighters were asked to continue with their face-off. This moment stood out from their past interactions, where they've usually shown each other mutual respect. But now that the fight is officially set, things have clearly taken a much more serious and personal turn.
It's Crawford, but you know, you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So it's possible. Why not? It's possible.
Other than the size difference and having to put on some weight, what challenges does Canelo pose once you guys get in there?
I don't know. I just think, you know, his punching power and his physical size is the only thing that I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys.
The heated build-up has created a major buzz among boxing fans, many of whom are eagerly counting down the days to this massive showdown. One fan summed up the excitement by saying, "I can't wait for this match. It finally feels like boxing is rewarding us after months of disappointment." Set for September 13th in Las Vegas, the clash between Terence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez is shaping up to be one of the most memorable fights of this era. Both fighters are arriving as undisputed champions in their own weight classes, making this a true battle of elites, and a must-watch event for boxing fans everywhere.
Right, performance tonight?
No, I feel great. I win. You know, I have to put a great show, but you know, to put a great show, you need both fighters. So, but at the end of the day, win is a win.
Are you frustrated with William Scott?
Yeah, a little bit, but
What did you say to him at the end of the fight?
I say to him.
Canelo currently reigns as the super middleweight champion, while Crawford holds the crown in the welterweight division. For this fight, the American will move up 2 weight classes, a big step, but one he's making after carefully studying his opponent. Crawford paid close attention to Canelo's recent win over Cuban fighter William Skull, which went the full 12 rounds and ended in a unanimous decision in Saudi Arabia. Speaking to Fight Hub TV, Crawford said, "I don't think Canelo has lost a step. It was more about the style Skull used against him." He pointed out that Skull's defensive, high-movement strategy, avoiding direct exchanges and staying on the move, helped limit Canelo's usual offensive power throughout the fight in Riyadh. For Crawford, it was a performance worth studying as he prepares to step into the ring with the Mexican superstar.
You just come to, you can not win a fight like that, fighting like that. And he say, "I'm sorry, you know, it's my first time and I just tried to put a good fight and I'm so sorry." That's fine.
What's your message to fighters who will fight you in the future? Obviously not Crawford, but with that kind of mindset, they just want to last the distance.
That's a mediocre mind. That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put
Now,
Well, I've been wanting to fight, you know. I feel as if that's a legacy fight. I feel as if, you know, this is the biggest fight in boxing today. I feel like this fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. You know, we both coming in the era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound, Showtime, and HBO era, that type of era. So,
Out of the 152 punches Canelo threw in his fight against Skull, only 56 landed, and while 40 of those were body shots, a knockout never seemed close. Skull moved a lot and did a great job neutralizing Canelo's power punches, Crawford noted. However, he also pointed out that the Cuban didn't maintain that pace for the full 12 rounds. He was boxing well, and then he just stopped, Crawford added. Looking ahead, Crawford has already made it clear that his game plan won't be based on chasing a knockout. Instead, he plans to outsmart Canelo with speed, movement, and ring IQ. Known for his ability to switch stances and adjust on the fly, Crawford's style is unpredictable and designed to keep opponents off balance, something that could pose a real challenge for Canelo.as for their growing rivalry. Crawford shared a light moment, saying, "Every time I see him, he'll come up like, 'Canel, you know,' and I'm just like, man, come on."
every time I see him, he'll come and be like, "Canelo."
You know, yeah, you know how Billy do it too, yeah.
Every time. I'll be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at him, like, okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time it started.
Crawford seems confident that with discipline, smart movement, and solid defense, he can neutralize Canelo's power. After Canelo's win in Saudi Arabia, Crawford entered the ring, leading to their first face-to-face, officially kicking off the promotion for their September showdown. That moment didn't just build hype among fans, it also showed that Crawford is coming into this fight with more than just strength. He's preparing with strategy. "I'm seeing the holes in his game, and I know how to attack him," said Crawford's trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, making it clear that they already have a game plan in place. And while Canelo remains the favorite among oddsmakers, Crawford is far from a typical challenger, and he's ready to prove it.
I feel sorry for him. But it's boxing. It's boxing, and you know things happen.
Did you watch the fight?
Yeah, of course. It was the fight.
He was a good dancer.
Yeah.
Would you rather see him fight Gus Haney again or Rowley again?